Welcome to the Series B Do-It-Yourself Moonline videos for business owners. In this brief video, I will be covering how to add a rental or lease product listing to your business in the Moonline platform. Chrome is the officially supported browser. The URL for the Moonline platform is https://moonline.ckga.com. Make sure to type the https:// before the URL for the correct functioning of the platform. Log into your business using your business account credentials. Then, navigate to the Moonline Presence section where you can configure your product or service listings. This is where you can configure your product or service offerings. In the Moonline Presence section, scroll to the product list and add your products and services here. Just a note on the product listing, a product that is rented or leased has additional configuration as the rental process is different from purchasing. For example, when you purchase a product, you have the product for good, whereas when you rent or lease a product, you have it for a specified duration or time period. The pricing is also subject to availability, seasonality, and special holiday periods. Let's review this in a little more detail. So, click on the plus sign to create a rental product listing. Here, the configuration is the same as it is for a regular product. Let's select Rental or Lease Product, which displays additional configuration. As you can see here, you can specify block days of the week. The block days allow you to block any days that the product is not available for rent or lease. Mandatory minimum 2 weekend days if there's a requirement for that. Day of the week pricing, where you can specify different pricing depending on the days of the week. Unavailable quantities, which you can specify quantities that are not available during specific periods of time. You can also specify the seasonality of pricing. If you want seasonal pricing, you can specify the start and end and specify the pricing for that period. You can also specify demand-based pricing, which increases and decreases the price based on what percentage of the available rental product has already been booked. You can also add in a note about a purchase time disclaimer. Let's now review a rental product that has already been configured and go into more detail. There is already a product called Luxury Condo, so let's search for that. Type in luxury. There's a luxury 3-bedroom condo. This is for vacation rental, and click on Edit to see its configuration. As you can see, there is a name, there's a description, there's a price point. There are 20 3-bedroom condos this particular business manages and gives out for vacation rental to customers. You can see the categories, the parent category, vacation rental, and the rental lease product is checked. You can see that there are no block days. If this was a rental equipment, for example, and your business chose not to rent out equipment on Saturdays and Sundays because let's say the business wasn't open, then you could block out those days by simply clicking on them. So click on Sunday and Saturday to block out those days if you want. There is also a mandatory 2 weekend days for this vacation home. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are weekend days, so that means you can't just book a stay that includes only one weekend day. You can't book, for example, Thursday through Friday because that includes just one weekend day. But you can certainly book from Thursday to Saturday, which includes at least 2 weekend days, Friday and Saturday, or you can book from Friday to Saturday or Saturday to Monday, for example. Moving on to pricing, you can set a base price that is true for any day, which in this case is $149.99. However, you can configure different prices for different days of the week. So this particular rental home is $199 on Sundays and drops down during the weekdays, as you can see, and then goes up on Friday and Saturday. As you can see, there are different prices set for different days of the week. Moving on to unavailable quantities. As you can see here, this particular owner has listed 2 properties as unavailable from June 14th to June 16th. For example, this could be because 2 of the condos are scheduled to be under repair or maintenance in the upcoming future, and they wanted to mark them as unavailable quantities for those periods to avoid customers booking them. Or for any other reason that you would not want to make condos available for a specified time period, you can check those and make sure that they are not available to book. To specify the unavailable quantities, you can click on the plus, specify a start date and end date, and specify what quantity is not available for that time period. You can also edit these later by clicking on the Edit button. Moving on to seasonal pricing, here you can specify day of the week pricing for different seasons or special holiday periods. The pricing here is a general pricing based on the day of the week, but you can override that by saying you want to have different pricing for a specified time period. For example, if for the new year from December 31st to March 31st you want to have different pricing, simply click on the plus, specify the start and end date for that season, and specify the price for each day of the week during that period. For the July 4th weekend, as you can see, the pricing is different. For the periods that you don't mention, the pricing will be based on the default value for each day of the week that you provided above. There is also demand-based pricing that you can enable or disable. If it is enabled, the configuration you have here will be in effect. You can specify to automatically increase pricing based on the demand and limited available quantities. For example, if the percent quantity booked is 60%, meaning only 40% of the inventory is available for booking, you can configure to increase the price by 10% of the original price. Similarly, if only 10% of the total inventory is available for booking, you can configure to increase the price by 80%. So the system will automatically increase or decrease the price depending on the conditions that you specify. You can also see how the product is booked. You can see the pricing. Here are the prices for May. This particular view shows the pricing based on applying day of the week pricing, seasonal pricing, and demand-based pricing if it is enabled on top. You can also see the total booked versus total available. So here it shows on June 13th and June 14th, 1 condo is booked. On the 13th, 19 are still available to book, and on the 14th, 17 are still available to book. One more note, for rental properties or vacation homes, typically consumers would like to see multiple images for the property. So here under Additional Images, you can configure multiple images for your product, which facilitates the customer to browse through multiple images of your product before booking the product. So simply click on the plus button and choose the order of when you want each image to be displayed and upload each image individually. Click Create. You can also edit this later and choose the file later on. There is also a purchase time disclaimer, whatever you would like to be displayed when the customer is looking at your product. That's it, your business page's Products tab now shows the rental product that you just provisioned. Let's now log in as a consumer to see how the business's product tab shows. Or you can also click on B2B and navigate to your own business to see your business page. So let's now log in as a consumer and see how this rental product listing looks to them. Let's search for luxury and click on the luxury 3-bedroom condo. I can also go to your particular business, search for luxury, and click on details. I can see the description of the property. I can cycle through the images of the property, and I can check pricing. I see the pricing is $149.99. However, for the daily price, depending on the dates, it varies. So it says please click check price for availability and price. So let's select a range of dates, say July 2nd through July 6th. And click Check Price. So it shows the price for each night and the total price. Simply add to cart, and then go to cart. Review your selection, check start and end date and the corresponding pricing, fill in the credit card or PayPal information, and place the order. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Check us out in other videos in this series to learn more about how to set up your business in the ubiquitous Moonline platform.